Hello, welcome back to another Ruffa Sports Cars video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over my pickups from the Reading / Shasta card show. It was a card show hosted locally to me. It's about, I think, like a 15 minute drive away from me. Very nice, conveniently located for my area and me in general. But the shows usually are hosted at a hotel, at the Red Lion it's been hosted at, and this one just was not up to the same standard of, cash flow that I experienced. Now, we'll talk about that at the end probably, but let's get into the pickups. So, we're going to talk about the first trade that I did. Maybe first trade. I think the only trade. No, I did a Pokemon trades, but nonetheless. So I got these two cards in from the John Cena autograph. I picked up a while back at not super crazily far back, but a couple months back at the one-day Sacramento show at the Wyndham Hotel, maybe like a couple months ago. I wasn't really trying to move the John Cena autograph, but the opportunity presented itself to get a little value that I thought was there. This is a little gold. It's like a gold vinyl type. They call it gold circles or something like that on the wild card checklist. But Dynamite 101 gold vinyl autograph Sabretooth. Pretty cool card. I mean, I had sold the Scattaboo autograph that I got, the Pen Pals one, literally the first trade or the first deal I did at the card show. Sold it for $80 with another card. So I lost some money on the Scattaboo right there, like from the get-go, but I knew there was an interest in Scattaboo from the get-go. Hopefully that moves. I have it listed on my eBay store actually right now. And I got a Justin Herbert autograph. Sadly, one ended like literally a day after at $120 raw. So pretty much $120 there, maybe 150. Maybe I'll get like the value back to me on what the Cena was worth. But I figured the Cena was a little tough of a sale. And it's hard to say Cena's a tough sale. But it had a numbered to 25 autograph from the same set, National Treasures, Greatest Signatures, for like a little bit more, like $60 more. So I figured some people might try to use that as leverage or what else have you there. So I picked up these three cards. I think I traded in like $15 potentially or so, maybe $10-15 for these three slabs here. What was it? I traded I might pop it up here, but I traded a PC card to a younger individual, very nice collector there. Freddie Freeman, he actually ended up winning another World Series, so I could potentially sell those on Whatnot. Not too sure, but then the first Bowman Chrome, Francisco Lindor on the 9 there, so took those in on trade, and then I got this deal done for some trade here for Pokemon. So picked up 2 trainer full arts. Technically I have a couple more trade I did from Pokemon, but I won't even really go into that I got. But the big thing here was that I was trying to do a play on a full value bin, just of literally probably, like 50 cent to, even this one's maybe in the highest card value, like $15 or so. I don't know. I don't really think there was many $15 cards, but while he was going through, he saw this card and he was like, look, a little Richard Seymour, like he was actually pretty good. And he's actually one of my dad's favorite Raiders when I was growing up. I want to say he's probably going to make it into the Hall of Fame. He's an amazing defensive lineman there. He was great for the Raiders and all that. But Bowman's Best rookie card, little shiny, number to 1,499. Like literally, maybe one of my coolest Richard Seymour cards. I only have a couple, but for $3, I mean, this card lasts well for like 15. So that'll go straight to the PC there. Very happy. I wouldn't have cared if it was $1, even at $3. for the PC. I'm going to grab it for sure. So even though I didn't get the deal done for the entire box, got that trade done, or deal done for the Seymour at $3. So I think I spent $20 plus trade. I'll have to pop up here. But Colton Cowser here, number to 99 on the red disco, and Sam Jones, number to 10 on the select autograph there. So this deal I did for Mac, Mile High Mac, shout out to you. He did, what was it? It was just like a deal I did at the end, but $80 here. I sold a Jonathan Taylor autograph, the blue shimmer, actually traded it in a deal. No, I sold it actually. Sold it. I'm kind of like in the, I don't know, I was kind of in the mood to like, if I moved a card, I wanted to replenish it in my inventory. That's how my mind frame was for a while there. But $80 here, and I got the on-card impeccable impressions autograph, number to 49. So obviously not a rookie, but the other one wasn't a rookie also. And this one, cool, beautiful design, thicker stock, on-card autograph. I like it. So replenishing a Jonathan Taylor autograph, and picked up a Tyrone Tracy Jr. on the Spectra PSA 10, number to 40 there. So might have to list that one on eBay. I should probably do that if we're being honest. I need to start listing more and more consistently on eBay. I need to get into the groove of things and all that. Just really can't get far behind on what I need to do and all that. But $30 in trade, so I think I got $30. No, maybe I gave him $30, but not too sure. I have to pop it up here. I don't know if I think I got I think it was $30 that I spent. If I did that, it was, if I wrote it, I think I had to pay it maybe. But Lazaro Montez, number to 49, blue. You got Euron Jello Sinchi. I don't know how to say their names, but number to 99. These were actually some good cards. There's some cool stuff in here for sure. Number to 10 on the Contenders rookie ticket autograph, like Mojo there. Number to 23, cracked ice, Aaron Sabato on card rookie autograph. You got number to 25, Ian Kistler, Luis Castillo, cracked ice Contenders. Number to 23, you got the Bryce Elder for the Braves, it looks like, and then you got Jonksy Noel on the first Bowman, or sorry, not first Bowman, Prospect, number to 150, blue Mojo refractor in a slab. So picked it up. I might have got $30. I'm not too sure. I'll have to look into my numbers and see what it was. Just really trying to do this video because I have to prepare all the whatnot orders still. So trying to get this out for you guys. But $15 here on this little lot here. But Emeka Ibuka, Don Restorator rookie, green press proof, Isaac Tesla, Ashton Genty for the PC. First time I could say that all day. But Jackson Dart, Don Restorator rookie, Emeka Ibuka's as well. So 5 cards, $3 a piece, pretty much, and then the Genties too for the PC. But yeah, so we got Malik Neighbors here, $10 in trade. So I gave $10 and traded away a Reed Blankenship autograph there. So pretty much into the lot for about $25. But Silver Prism rookie true of Malik. You got Acetate. You got the same big name guys I'm buying up, and Bowers for the PC, stashing away all the Bowers stuff as much as I can. Garrett Wilson, green color match. Oh, numbered fields. I didn't realize that was numbered, but he's not really the greatest, but still pretty cool lot there. Low end, literally stuff I'm looking for. It's hard to come across inventory, but at least where I am and all that. And hopefully can try to find some consistency. I got my voter ID finally also, so I can try to end up creating the business and establishing the business and hopefully taking on some consignments and all that. But $20 here, very cool little deals here. But Luka in his Lakers uniform, DeMar DeRozan numbered to 150 for the PC. You got number to 249, Fabric of the Game, that is player worn. I believe that might be a rookie patch of Malik Monk. That'll go to the PC. Got some cool numbered. You got refractors of Juan Soto. Like, some of this stuff is definitely stuff you should be looking for. So this one's pretty cool. It's got crimps on it. So I know a Steelers guy, actually. But I figured he might really like something like that. Like error card. Got the crimps of the pack on the card. TJ Watt. Definitely a cool card. Saw that, had to grab it. I probably would have grabbed it anyways, even if it didn't have the crimp. But just thought that was cool. You got Contreras, number 35. Bo Jackson, Future Stars. You got some WNBA numbered stuff. Next week, this Wednesday, 6 p.m. Well, every single Wednesday, 6 p.m. PST, I go live on Whatnot. I pop it up here, but my username is Ruffa, R-U-F-F-A. A lot of the stuff you see is going to be sold on my Whatnot channel and page, and it'll be pretty cool to actually, sell some stuff off and all that. But yeah, so it's a fun time. There's a lot of cool stuff. You guys get some absolute steals and deals. But this next Wednesday stream is going to be an all basketball stream. Little John's, holding up the heavyweight championship there. Probably put that into the PC. Spring Fever, Ricky Henderson. Probably go to the PC also. This one's pretty cool. Sample out of 500 here. So Kenyon Martin, rookie, premium rookies. But I think this is like pretty cool too. 2012 Moses Malone draft selections. I don't know. There's some cool stuff at this place for sure. Ozzie Smith, old school. You got number 50 on the, what is that one? Mother's Day, I think. Eli Manning on a little turkey red. Might be a rookie even. Eli Manning. But what was I trying to say there? It's gonna be basketball only. So very much the last time I ran a basketball stream, there was a basketball only stream. There was a lot of steals and deals. So come stop by and pick up a ton of basketball cards for the cheap, because last time I did it, there was absolute steals and deals. But $20 here on the lots. I picked up a ton of stuff that actually. The first time I set up at a card show, he bought some stuff for me and didn't even realize it was him until I asked him some questions, or I was talking to him, and he was like, I actually know your YouTube because I commented on his YouTube video of him picking up some stuff, and was like, it's actually pretty cool to see my stuff being, displayed in a video like this, because that's usually what I do. But Charlie Condone and JJ Weatherholt on the prospect cards, very cool. Some of my first ones of them grabbing out. Jimenez, who was almost a World Series champion. Again, Condone was really nice. Vladdy G, almost a champion. Sapphire, Zach Veen. Ryan Mountcastle. Blue Sapphire, Brett Beatty on a color match there. Number to 50, first Bowman paper. Nick Allen for the PC. You got Jeter Downs. Alec Baum. Gavin Sheets, Aaron Ashby. There's some cool cards in here for sure, especially for the price point. Very nice lot here. Pedro Pineda and the Treff Criswell there for the PC. You got Hayden Dunhurst. Just really cool stuff. I mean, first Bowman Chrome Sapphires, Poisson for the PC. So if you don't know the story, he was like supposed to be the next guy for the A's. He was like super hyped up, super really nice. Like literally his stuff went crazy. These top now also resell really well, but the rundown on Poisson was he was the top guy, but I actually wanted to buy his rookie autograph when it was like super crazy in price. Literally the peak is when I made my post. I wanted to buy an autograph. Lucked out, didn't end up, and no one ended up messaging me and trying to sell one. But the nice thing is that card, the one I wanted to buy, I could probably get for like $20-$30 now. Like literally, he did not pan out close to where he was wanting to, but that would have been a horrible story for sure. So number to 50 here, Heritage, Ryan Velade, Yoshinobu Yamamoto there, Poisson for the PC. I was kind of contemplating grabbing the Poissons, but I got this lot so cheap that might as well. Pretty much no cost at all. And I get to PC some stuff, and there's just a ton of really nice PC or prospect players, big name players. All right, so I spent $80 here on this deal, and I got some cool cards actually. Probably should have sold a Shuck this last weekend, but oh well, I'll sell it sometime soon here. But Shuck, numbered, rookie from Origins. You got Tim Brown, numbered to $5.99. Black Refractor. I wouldn't be surprised if that has some actual value. It's one of those cards where really I don't have any connection with Tim Brown. He's a really cool player. It's just black refractor for the Raiders. PC piece, no matter what. And a really cool inventory piece as well. I love the black refractors with the Raiders, especially when they're in the black uniforms. It's a perfect color match, but you got Elikeo Manor there, number 250, Origins, color match for the Titans. You have Crying Obsidian, number to 475. That'll probably be a PC piece. Victor Wembanyama is also 2 rookies there. And then I actually picked up this Laporta autograph on card, number to 25 from Panini Black on the Shadow ink. Beautiful silver ink autograph there. So I think this one was going about $60. And then these ones I can sell on my whatnots. That was from Mac also. Shout out to you, Mac. And then you go, this is the last pickup that I did. This one was really, really nice, I feel like. But numbered to 50 on the Bambino Babe Ruth commemorative patch series. Number to 50 there. Legends of the Game commemorative patch. So it's spelling out Bambino. It's the M in Bambino. Last sold was 30, but numbers after that have sold for about 70, $150. It's a very nice, very nice card. It's easily one of the best Babe Ruth cards I've ever owned, actually, by far. Babe Ruth, you just cannot go wrong with. These tops now resell really well. Potentially kind of depends on what they really are. Depends on, the event and all that and what else have you. But, yeah, I'm not too sure what the rundown on some of these ones are. But, yeah, so it looks like maybe it was just like a player series or something. I'm not too sure. But overall, not a terrible buying or trading experience. Actually, I did get a Jose Canseco autograph here. If you didn't see, go and check it out. But Jose Canseco, he actually inscribed the 40 for 40, or 40 and 40. Inscription himself, and then in the middle of him signing, I asked him if he would inscribe Bash Brother on the card, and he did. So pretty cool to actually have Bash Brother inscription there. I don't think he's probably signed much with the Bash Brother inscription, so pretty cool to actually see and experience, and who knows how many times we'll actually end up signing that ever. But that goes to the PC, literally, unless if someone wants to offer me crazy on it, but not really planning to sell that one. That's not one I would look to resell personally. But so we'll talk about the card show and what might be the rundown of what we can expect in the future for the show. I really liked the show. I don't know. It was not even close to the last time, and that's not good at all. As a vendor, as a business person, looking at the numbers, it wasn't even the same realm or dimension. There's a lot to do with that, and I can make a whole video on why there's a slowdown. Someone commented up here, why don't influencers just talk about the hobby dying or something like that? I know the person who did it is always negative. They're always negative. Doesn't matter where or what or when or who or why. That individual, anytime he comments, it's pretty much in a negative context or connotation. But with that being said, I do want to say that there was definitely a little bit of a slow point in this show. Now, the thing I want to touch on is that out here where I'm at currently, there's not a lot of resellers. There's not a lot of flippers. There's a lot of there's a little, it's more collectors. It's more people wanting a little experience. It was an event that was happening that people just don't see much and haven't seen much. Now, the last couple of ones, like the first time I did it, I pretty much had the same revenue as I did this time. That was in really big part of one buyer just buying a ton of my stuff. Literally, I think pretty much trying to just, make my show and all that and supporting me. Building that connection is what he was, referring to when he did the deals with me. But, built that bridge, and now, now they're you know, me and them sell to each other and all that and a whole bunch of stuff. But the craziest part is that I ended up bringing the most amount of inventory I had ever brought to a card show, and by far, like literally, like by far. The last time I set up at the show, I didn't even bring anywhere close to it. But also, Pokemon was on the up and up. Pokemon is kind of tapering right now. It's tapering, falling, correcting a little bit. And that's just because of the trajectory that it was on. It was going crazy, parabolic even. And now it's kind of, you know, coming back to earth. But there was that. It was the day after Halloween. So the day after Halloween, Pokemon correction, the government shutdown, potentially also just a whole bunch of things. Holiday season approaching. So people, you know, trying to prepare for that. They just, you know, just had Halloween literally too, right? Halloween, day after Halloween, went and bought, you know, $100 costumes for their kids. How many of our kids they have too. But I know the person who was buying and set up just pretty much to buy is what their whole business model is, and to resell and whatnot. Like this, I'm talking like stuff like this Herbert, this Scattaboo, even better cards too, right? Stuff that I can't even really consider touching or even selling on whatnot, or, you know, it just, for me personally, that would be too much of a risk, too much of a capital ratio there for me at the current moment. Hopefully one day in the future that'll change, but they said it was the best show they ever did. So it's kind of like one of those things too, right? It's what you can make out of it. It's what's, you know, there's two different experiences right there. I had my worst show ever. They had their best show ever. At least, you know, obviously, at least at the, you know, some of the top ones they've ever had. It's a lot of things that go into that. It's not anything that, you know, it was a lot of lookers. It was a lot of lookers. There wasn't a lot of people who are serious about the card scene, about just, you know, like there wasn't anyone like me that would, you know, go around, or like, you know, go around and buy out somebody. I don't want to say by me, like me, because if I did see a table like mine, I would have a little tough time buying at my table, and that's of design. A business model, like, or business model concept I like to follow for myself is that I have a hard time finding cards and sourcing these cards for my own stream, right? For my customers, right? It stresses me out to actually, you know, think about too, right? I have a hard time actually sourcing these cards that I need a plethora of. So I don't want to end up putting this out and being like 50 cents a piece, and when I can at minimum make 50 cents a piece on whatnot, when, you know, and I have the upside of, you know, that's what the vendor did, was this was pretty much all 50 cents or even, you know, lower potentially. But someone was saying that your value bins or something, it was the same dude who left the comment, but the comment was like, the bargain boxes should be your highest revenue source, and that doesn't only have to be true. I can make a whole video talking just about this and some of the concepts and all that, but if I'm needing inventory, I'm stressing for inventory at the current moment, right? One day that'll change, and might even change in the near future too, depending on how, you know, people do at card shows and need to switch their business models and just certain things like that. But the biggest, like, for me, I don't want to be a vendor where I do a blowout bin at like 50 cents for cards that I'm having trouble sourcing, because I need to find those tables myself. I'm looking for more and more of those tables. I'm trying to find a consistent inventory source for me. So for me to offer that, you know, product and that business model for other people doesn't make any sense. I need to sell off certain levels and certain categories and certain dollar points of cards more than I do other things. Like after a certain point, you know, fees on whatnot, taking away, you know, 15-20%, maybe 10-20% of your actual value that you get on a card can be very tough to actually, you know, properly have as a, you know, a part of your business. So me selling this card, and let's say if I, you know, bought it at $60, it was an $80 card, then you have the concept of, oh, it's $80 card, then you take away 20%, then you get $64. It's like you're making $4 off of a $60 purchase. That's just not the margins I'm trying to hit and where I should be hitting. So it makes more sense for me to like stockpile inventory like this, $60, you know, $80 card for $60, stockpile it, set it aside, try to get that $20 gain on the $60 card, and then maybe even a $15 gain on a $60 card, and make my 15-20% margin there, and then rinse and repeat that, or even potentially look to trade that thing for potentially cards like this that people just don't want. It's not always, you know, a black and white thing when talking about business models for cards. And, you know, this time it just wasn't the show for me. Now, you can look at it a couple different ways too. I had my worst show, but my business model, even with having my worst show ever, I should be less critical of that as an event that happened, because a lot of it is extra profit. Now, I say extra profit, and that's really just not true, because it's a lot of the time I do have money into the cards and I need to get my money out. Like, even though if you consider it extra profit, and then it's like, oh, you can sell this Scataboo for $20, right? No, I have it, you know, I have at least 60, you know, $65 into these two cards a piece, right? So I need to try to make that, you know, where I can, and I need to try to make that good bit of money. But as a business in whole, gets to where if I'm in the green on, you know, the year and in, you know, general in the business, it's then, you know, I had about $1,300 of sales or so in total. And that's crazy, because that's literally pretty much about the first time I had. And I had way higher of inventory amount. But because I have the business model I do have, even with a $1,300 sales day, that's pretty much potentially around like $900 profit or so. In theory, is how you can look at it too. And then there's some trades I did, and certain things like that. I purchased some inventory as well. And technically I did purchase inventory too, so maybe like $600 in profit, if you consider the inventory cost, or however you want to look at it. But in general, there was, you know, I sold some trades or cards that I got in trade from some other stuff too, or the last show I did too. And it's the event that's hosted out here too. But if I had to, you know, make a decision about getting a table for the next time tomorrow or today, I wouldn't be getting two tables. And that's okay. I always wanted to do the show and all that, but even logistically and just, you know, analytically and numbers wise, dollar to, you know, cost ratio, however you want to look at it, right? I would probably have to be into the tables like $50 a piece, and that's just, you know, even then it would even be potentially questionable. Even at 75, it might be questionable. It's just one of those things, right? We'll see. I don't know if we'll do the next one or what have you, but I don't know. But yeah, so I'm going to get going, edit this video, get it out for you guys, and end up, you know, I gotta get the stuff ready to ship too. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Taking it easy with me. I hope I see you in the next one, and deuces.